A warm welcome to all my listeners all across the globe. Welcome back to my podcast, which is called George Nathaniel. This is George Nathaniel for y'all. As y'all know, my podcast is all about progress, development, happiness, and wellness in our lives. I relate with very short topics. I relate with very specific topics. I relate with topics that helps us to grow in life, gives us a better understanding of things, and of course gives us a lot of things to think about how we can better our goals, how we can better our progress, and how we can make a difference in our lives. You know, all my topics are all about specific topics, and all these specific topics are all learnings that I have gone through in life or people have shared over their learnings that they have gone through in life. So, what is the topic that we're looking at today? Today's topic is a self made topic. So, today's topic is called Get the Influence. So, when we say get the influence, the mindset thinks about getting the influence from X, O, A, B, C, D. But no, here get the influence is about self made. Get the influence is about influencing oneself. So get the influence is about bettering oneself. So coming back to the topic, get the influence, which is self made. Well, to begin with, let me tell you, when we talk about get the influence, the first thing that we need to do is try to keep things within control in our life and understand how much of energy of our lives we are putting in our action. How much are we relating to our past, current, or future terms, and how much are we progressing in our lives. So when I say get the influence, I would say that there are few things that we need to think about and relate very very closely. Few very very important things, and I think the first one would be our goals. So we need to give a thorough thought on our goals. We need to evaluate the way about our goals. We need to evaluate the effort over our goals, and we need to evaluate from time to time that are we in line with our goals. Next would be challenges. We need to definitely evaluate how we are handling challenges, how we are overcoming challenges in our efforts, and most importantly, how much of challenges we are able to take on from time to time. And are we building a strong mindset to take on these bigger challenges over our bigger goals in lives? Next would be boundaries. Well, this is something which is very very important. When I say boundaries, what I relate here is how much are we stretching ourselves over our boundaries. So when I say stretching ourselves over our boundaries, I mean our goals, I mean our vision, I mean our thought processes. So I mean how much are we willing to go out in reaching a further goal in life, or reaching a higher goal in life, or bettering our own landmark. So like I always say on general terms, when we relate to our personal and professional lives, what we need to understand is how we can relate to goals, challenges, boundaries to make our lives easier, to make our goals easier, and to achieve as many goals as possible. Well, I always give a lot of key takeaways in our discussions. So today I've kept the key takeaways very very simple, and I'm sure each one of us would have the individual key takeaways over the goals in life. So when I talk about get the influence in life, which is self-made, which is about our own individual self, the few things that I would say that we need to focus on is increasing our own self-dependency. The more self-dependent we are, the more we can decide over our goals, we can decide over our aims, we can have a bigger vision, and we can start working over a vision. We need to understand how much we are scaling our opportunities and how far have we gone towards our goals. It's very important from time to time to evaluate, because sometimes things are easy, sometimes we have crunch moments, but eventually we overcome them all. Next, we need to understand is, are we building a platform to combat future challenges, or are we preparing for any crunches in the future? Everyone faces challenges, everyone would face difficult moments. That's a part of life. So, are we preparing ourselves by building a platform? Next, I would say is developing a determined mindset of positivity. It's very, very important. A positive mindset can take you across anything. A positive mindset can overcome any challenge in life. What we also need to understand is, are we enabling a go getter attitude? It is very, very important to enable a go getter attitude. Another very crucial thing that we need to understand when we talk about get the influence in our life, making our life, what we need to understand is, how are we taking failure and how do we take setbacks? Are we able to restart once again, and how long does it take for us to restart? So it's very, very important to understand that yes, recovering from failure, overcoming failure with a positive mindset, with a go getter attitude, with a determined future built over a platform, over our own self dependency, takes us a lot more ahead in life. So when I relate to the topic of get the influence, so get the influence, as I was saying, is infusing ourselves with as many characteristics, with as many strengths, as many values to set our own mark in life, to hire our own marks in life, to build a bigger, stronger vision, to achieve bigger goals. So, get the influence is very, very important in our life, and each one should take enough time to get the influence over themselves. And of course, get the influence is all about self made, self dependency, and characteristics that help you achieve bigger goals in life. I hope you are able to relate to my podcast, which is very simple and generic. I also have my blog website, which is called George Nathaniel. Come and listen to my podcast, read my blogs, which are totally different. Leave your request, leave your suggestions. I'll be more than happy to come and talk about your experiences over the topic that you have asked for. I wish you all happiness and wellness in life. Keep growing, keep prospering, and keep sharing the smile. Keep sharing happiness wherever you go. Thank you so much. This is George Nathaniel.